second grade, it's Miss Baker again. I am so excited to be here with you. Yesterday, we were adding two-digit numbers, and we're going to continue this learning today, but we're going to amp up the challenge just a little bit. First thing we're going to do, as we always do, is get our target ready. So let's get those bow and arrows, pull back, and pshh. I can add two-digit numbers using place value. Friends, this morning I was talking to some of my own second graders, and we were talking a lot about place value. Remember, place value is how much the number is in that place. How much is it worth? If I have a 2 in my ones place, they're only going to be worth 2. But if I have a 2 in that tens place, now I've got 20. So thinking about where our number is and the value that it's worth helps us add those numbers together just a little bit easier. I thought maybe before we could get started with our new learning today that we could review one of the problems that you had yesterday. So I picked one of our independent practices to take a peek at. I wrote 74 plus 22 equals, I don't know. Let's find out. I chose 2 strategies to share that I thought might be most helpful for our learning today. The first one is using these base 10 models. They're super helpful when we think about adding numbers together. So the first thing I did was I drew my 7 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tens, because I had the 7 in the tens place. And then I'm going to draw my 4 ones, because what number's in the ones place? The 4. Then I need to draw my 22. How many tens am I going to draw? That's right. I'm going to draw 2 tens. And how many ones? 2. Now I need to add them together. I look at my ones first. I don't know why. It just seems a little bit easier to do that. And I have 4 and 2, which makes 6. Or if I'm thinking about counting on and I don't know that answer in my head in a snap, I'm going to say 4, 5, 6. And that is worth 6 because it's in the ones place. Now let's take a peek at our tens. I know I have 7 tens here, and I have 2 more. And 7 and 2 is 9. So 7 tens and 2 tens is 9 tens. And 9 tens is worth 90. And now I have my answer. 90 plus 6 equals 96. Easy peasy campanese, right? The other way I wanted to show you, I'm going to squeeze in underneath of this because I think this one will help you as you're doing your work today. And it's using that number line. The number line can be so helpful because it helps us break these numbers up into easier chunks. So I'm going to draw my number line as straight as can be. But I told you yesterday, sometimes it can be a little wonky donkey. And I'm going to start with my 74 over here. Because a number line is just like reading the words on a page. We start here and we go to our bigger numbers when we go to the right. So I'm going to start at 74 and I'm going to make 2 jumps of 10. So I'm going to make 1 jump of 10. And that's 84 because my tens place is going up by 1. Oops, look what I did. I wrote 80 instead of 84. My ones place can't change because in the number 10, I don't have any ones that I'm adding to it. I just am adding a 10. Then I'm going to add my second 10. And 84 and 10 more is 94. You all are so smart. And now I need to add my 2 ones. 94, 95, and 96. I circle where I stop. Where's my 74? Right there. Where's my 22? 10, 20, 21, 22. And I love to make that big jump and show where that 22 is in my number line, and I love to label my parts. I landed on 96. 96 was my answer right here. So what's my sum of 74 plus 22? 96, absolutely. So we're going to use that knowledge. Did you guys get that answer at home? I bet you all are doing some wiggle waggles for me. Yes, let's use this to help us solve our next problem. Now, before we start this next problem, I want to encourage you. The reason I chose these two strategies to review our work from yesterday is because these two strategies are going to help us today with our next two problems, because we may need to do some exchanging of tens and ones. So I want to give you a reminder before you head off to work on your own. This right here is our 10. It is the same as 10 of these. So if I decide, you know what? I have 10 of these. I don't want to count these by ones. I'm going to trade it. You can do that. Or sometimes you take this and you break it up and you need 10 ones. So I want you to be able to use these, whether you're drawing a picture of them or you have them at home in front of you to use to help you solve this problem. Your first one today is 36 plus 46 equals blank. I'm going to give you about 3 minutes to solve this on your own. You may begin now. And while you're working, I'm going to be just giving you some gentle reminders of things I want you to keep in mind while you're working so that you can make sure that you're getting the answer that you want to get. Go ahead and start working, second grade, and you're going to start hearing me in your ear while you're working. Just be checking your work as I'm talking to you. Make sure you know where your 36 is in your work. Just like I had my 74 and my 22, you want to know where your 36 is and where your 46 is. How many 10s do you have? How many 1s? Do you have more 1s than 10? Could you exchange or trade some of your 10s, some of your 1s to make a 10? Maybe you're using a number line and you're decomposing or breaking one of those numbers up to make it easier to add. You have about 1.5 minutes or so to keep working. Where are your 10s? Where are your 1s? Don't forget to add them together. I'm going to start setting up my board while you finish up. Get my little T-chart ready with my 10s and my 1s. I'm going to ask you to put your boards down, your pencils down, so that you can look and listen and soak in all the learning. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and put everything down. Let's take a peek up here. Now I'm going to share some strategies with you. If you have solved it that way, your mom or dad might look at you and go, "What are you doing?" But if you are solving it the same way that I did, I want you to do this, okay? Because I know what you're doing, and that's all that matters right now. I want you to be paying attention to see which way is like your way, because I bet your way is going to get put up here. Let's take a peek at how we can use our base 10 blocks first. I'm going to choose pink. I like to have a colorful board. I'm going to draw my 36 first. How many 10s do I have in 36? I have 3. 10, 20, 30. How about my 1s? I have 6 1s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I love drawing them kind of like a little dice. It helps me see that number in a snap. Where's my 46? My 4 10s down here. Gotta draw them. 10, 20, 30, 40. 6 1s again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now what are we going to do? Sometimes I have to step back and just take a peek at my work. We're going to add our 1s. How many 1s do I have? I have 12. How do you know that? How many of you said, "I know that doubles fact, 6 plus 6 equals 12"? How many of you said, "Ooh, well 6 and 4 is 10 and 2 more is 12"? I bet there's fingers wiggle waggling all over Hamilton County right now. How many 10s do we have? We have 7 10s. How much is 7 tens worth? 70. Let's double check. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Oof. Now what do we do? There's not just a one digit, one in the ones place this time. There's a 2-digit number. Yes, 7 tens and 1 10, that's 8 tens. So if I have my tens place here, I can put an 8 in that spot. There's a 0 in the ones place here and a 2 in the ones place here. So I have 2 in my ones place. And what is that answer or that sum? 82. Now, can I show you another way you can use those base 10 blocks to help you? Some of you may have done the same thing. Still drawing out your 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. And still drawing your 46 the same way. But then I have friends that do something really awesome. They find their 10 ones, they circle it, they cross it out, and you know what they do next? They add it right here. They trade it. They're trading these 10 ones for this 110. And when they do that, all of a sudden, what do we see? We had 7 tens, there's that 110, and now we have 8 tens, just 2 ones left over. And what number does that make? It makes 82. The only difference is what? We regrouped them. We grouped them in a different way. Instead of having 10 ones all by themselves, we traded them out for a stick of 10. The other way I want to show you to solve this problem is that number line. I sure do love this number line, especially when we have to start regrouping. Where am I going to start on this number line? You must remember from yesterday. I'm going to start with that bigger number because I don't have to make as many jumps. Whew. If I start at 46, how many tens do I need to jump? Because I'm adding 36. In fact, I might even write my equation down here. 46 plus 36 equals blank. Because I'm really starting with 46 and I'm adding 36 to it. All right, ready? I'm going to make 3 jumps of 10. 1, 2 jumps of 10, 3 jumps of 10. And each time I jump, what happens to my tens digit? It goes up by 1. What about my ones place? It stays the same. When I'm adding that 10, I'm not adding any separate ones to it. So 10 more than 46 is 56. 56 plus 10 is 66. 66 plus 10 is 76. And you'll notice my tens place goes up by 1 every time. Now, what do I need to do? I need to add my ones. Well, have you guys ever heard of the phrase, 10 is a friend? The tens are my best friends. I love to jump to a 10. And so do my second graders in my classroom. And they know that 6 plus 4 equals 10. So they usually will go and they'll say 76 plus 4 is the next 10. And 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 is that next 10. I've already made 4, and now I'm going to say 5, 6, and I land on 82. Where is my 46 in my work? Right here. Where is my 36? 10, 20, 30, 34, 35, 36. And what is my sum of these two numbers? 82. I'm going to write that up here, 82. And then I'm going to give you the next problem to work on. And I bet this one doesn't take you quite as long to solve. 34 plus 57 equals, I don't know. Go ahead and start solving. This time, I'm going to give you about 2 minutes. You might solve one of with one of these ways, or you might use that number line to help you. Remember what I always say. Where is your 34 in your work? Where is your 57? How are you going to break up those numbers? Are you going to break up the 10s and the 1s? Are you even going to break up those 1s even more to make them easier to add? Make sure that we can see where both of your numbers are in your model. Even label them if you need to. I love to label, and then I can find all my pieces of work very easily. I'm going to give you about 30 more seconds. And I'll start counting down, and when I say done, I want you to put your pencils and your paper down and put your eyes on our board so you can really start seeing our work. Pick out my best color for our work today. All right, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pencils down, done. Eyes up here. Give me a big stretch. Oh, this learning, our brains are growing. Are you ready to show some of our work? Remember, keep your eyes peeled and make sure that your strategy is up here. I bet you're going to find it, and if you see it, what are you going to do? You know the drill. All right, let's show this 34 plus 57. 34, 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. What about 57? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What are we going to do first? We're going to add those 1s. And I know 7 and 4 is 11. But I know that because 7 and 3 is 10. And 1 more is 11. We're going to cross those 10 ones off. Put that 10 over there. Do a little regrouping, a little exchanging. And now I have my 1, 1. And how many 10s do I have? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 10s. Holy guacamole, that is a big number. And what is 9 10s and 1 1 worth? 91. Why did we trade this 10 for, why did we trade these 10 1s for this 1 10? To make it easier to add. 10 is a friend. 10s are also so much easier to count, aren't they? Let's see what that looks like on our number line. And then we're going to take a few seconds to talk about how our strategies are similar and how they are different. Where am I going to start on this number line? 57. And I might even write this down below, because even though this is the equation I'm solving, I can flip those add-ins around to make it easier to add and also to show what I did to add. What am I going to do first? I'm going to add my 3 10s. These 10s right here. 10, 20, 30. 10, 10, 10. And what's 10 more than 57? 67. Let's keep an eye on that 10's place. What's 10 more than 67? 77. And then 5 10s, 6 10s, 7 10s, 8 10s, and still have those 7 1s. Now what am I going to do? I'm going to add 3 to get to my next 10, which is 90. And then just 1 more to make 34. And we get to 91. Where's my 57 in my work? Right here, and all the numbers before that. Where's my 34? 10, 20, 30, 33, 34. Big jump to show where that is. And where is my sum? right there at 91. That rhymes a little bit, doesn't it? Now, what am I going to put here? Now let's just take a minute and step back. How are these two strategies the same? There's lots of things that are different, right? How are they the same? They both have 57. They both have 34. What else do you notice is the same? Yes, at one point we both get to 9 tens and 1 1. How are they different? This one broke up our tens and our ones and then regrouped to make an extra 10. This one broke up our tens and our ones. They did something very similar. Look at, there's our three ones here. Here's our 3 ones to make this 10 here. And there's that one little guy that's left over. Friends, you are so smart. And regrouping when we're adding 2-digit numbers is so tricky, but you are so incredible. Remember, when you are solving these problems, you are wanting to look at the place value. That's our learning target, because if we can remember where our tens place is and where our ones place is, if we can remember how much those digits are worth, it will make it so much easier to add. And remember, second grade, whether you are drawing your tens and your ones, whether you are drawing a number line to help you decompose or break up those numbers, whether you're just using an equation and stretching it out with our expanded form, you are thinking about place value. And no matter which way it is, if you are solving this work, you're doing a fantastic job. The 3 problems I have for you to do on your own, based off of the work we did here, are, and are you listening to me? 18 plus 74, jot it down. 18 plus 74. 25 plus 66. 25 plus 66. And 14 plus 57. Ooh, let me say that again because I got a little tongue-tied. 14 plus 57. One more time. Make sure to write them down because you won't be able to see it once the camera goes off. 18 plus 74. 25 plus 66. 14 plus 57. Second grade, remember to regroup those numbers and look at that place value.
To another music brain break with Mr. Middlebrooks. I teach at Calvin Donaldson Elementary School to students that are just like you every single day. And I'm so excited to be able to learn and sing and dance with you all day. Here we go. Ready? What are you doing here? This is mine. Oh, you want to hear your song? Oh my Lord, Mr. Bumblebee wants to hear his song. I'm gonna sing it for him. You guys can listen. Can you listen? Bee, bumblebee, stung a man up on his knee, stung a pig up on his snout. I declare that you are out. Wow, that's a really fun song. You really like that song, don't you? Oh, you do? Oh, Mr. Bumblebee. Can everyone... you want them to make bee sounds? Okay, everyone, can you make a bee sound just like this? Can you go buzz, buzz, buzz? Nice. Go bzzz, bzzz. Bzzz, bzzz, bzzz. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Great job. Didn't they do so good, Mr. Bumblebee? Oh, he loves to hear you guys sing. Oh, we should say his song one more time, but this time a little bit faster. Ready? Bee, Bumblebee, stung a man up on his knee, stung a pig up on his snout. I declare that you are out. Mr. Bumblebee, did you actually sting a pig up on his snout? You actually stung a pig up on his snout? What do I have? I have a pig! Look at this! It's a blue pig, but it's a pig. Mr. B, you wouldn't sting this pig on his snout, would you? How does that make you feel, Mr. Pig? Can everyone act like you're stinging a pig on the nose? Can you be the pig and your bumblebee is gonna come over and sting you? Ow! Ready? This time when they say stung a pig up on his snout, your job is to get stung on the nose. Ready? Here we go. Bee, Bumblebee, stung a man up on his knee, stung a pig up on his snout. Ow! I declare that you are out. Oh man, getting stung is not very fun, is it? Oh man. Okay, we'll see you later, guys. Bye now.